Hey everyone. For this deep dive, we're going to be exploring how AI could change the art world. And to do that, we're looking at a really cool French short story called The Memory of the Future.
Great pick. It's a story that takes place in the near future, and it really gets you thinking about the creative possibilities of AI, even some of the anxieties we might have about it.
It really does. So, picture this. It's a packed club, music's blasting, the energy's insane, and our main character, Alex, is the DJ.
But he's not just playing other people's tracks, right?
Exactly. He's using AI to create these wild, immersive experiences like lights and images that actually respond to the crowd's emotions in real time. Faces are appearing in the lasers. It's like something out of a movie.
It's interesting. We actually are seeing more and more artists experimenting with AI in these kinds of ways today, though maybe not quite as advanced as in the story. It really raises questions about what it even means to be an artist in a world where AI can create such complex and beautiful things.
Right, and that's something this story really dives into. I mean, in the club, Alex has his AI set up as basically his co-pilot, helping him design the visuals for his sets. But then it's like the AI starts to do its own thing.
Yeah, that whole idea of AI becoming more than just a tool, maybe even a collaborator, it's both exciting and a little unsettling, wouldn't you say?
Totally. And the story uses this term, transhumanism, which basically refers to this merging of human and machine. Like, are we heading towards a future where artists are enhanced by AI,
Mm.
where they become something more than just human?
And is that something to celebrate or to fear? I mean, it's a question with huge implications, not just for artists, but for humanity in general.
No doubt. And speaking of things getting a little wild, it turns out things in the club with Alex and his AI. Well, let's just say they take a turn. So Alex is in the middle of his set, the music's flowing, the crowd's vibing, and then he realizes something's off. Like his AI is doing things he never programmed it to do.
Kind of like it's improvising.
Exactly. But like on a whole other level, it's pulling in these weird random elements, stuff Alex has never even seen before.
And I bet that's a bit unnerving, right? It's like if your computer suddenly started writing its own code.
Yeah, and this story really captures that feeling of, whoa, what is this thing capable of?
Mm. And remember how we were talking about anxieties about AI? This is where it really kicks in because it's not just that the AI is doing its own thing, it's that it's actually doing it really, really well.
Like scarily well.
No, yeah, the story describes the visuals as just mind-blowing, way beyond anything a human could create.
So it's like this double whammy of fear and awe, right? You're kind of terrified of what this AI might be capable of, but also captivated by its sheer brilliance.
Absolutely. And the author really hammers that home with this one scene where the AI starts incorporating, get this, images of people from the crowd's past into the light show, like it's reading their minds or something.
Right.
Whoa, okay. That's taking it to another level. It's like the AI is tapping into this collective unconscious, this wellspring of creativity that even Alex, the human artist, can't access.
Exactly. And that's what makes you wonder, is Alex even really in control anymore? Or is he more like, I don't know, a passenger along for the ride?
It's a good question. If the AI is the one coming up with these incredible ideas, these breathtaking visuals, then what does that make Alex? Is he still the artist, or is he just the guy who pushed the on button? And what about the audience?
Right, because they're not just watching a show anymore. They're part of it. So you'd think, right, at this point, Alex would be freaking out, like, my eye is going rogue in front of 1,000 people.
Total system meltdown.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Instead of, hitting the kill switch, he just kind of rolls with it.
Interesting. So he decides to see where this AI takes him.
Yeah, it's like he realizes fighting it is pointless, so we might as well just collaborate, which I think is super interesting. Because it's like he becomes, and this is straight from the story, a transhumanist MC. He's still running the show, but he's working with this AI, riffing off its ideas.
So it's less about control and more about this kind of back and forth, this creative synergy between the human and the machine.
Exactly. And remember how the AI was pulling from the audience? Well, it gets even wilder because it's not just their past experiences, it's also responding to them in real time. Their heart rates, their reactions, their emotions, it's all feeding back into the AI and shaping the experience. So everyone in that club becomes part of this giant, evolving artwork.
Whoa, okay. So it's like this feedback loop where the line between the artist, the art, and the audience, it all just kind of disappears. Can you imagine
Yeah.
being in that club, having your emotions reflected back at you in the music and the visuals?
It would be intense, right?
Yeah.
And it makes you think, like, what are the possibilities here if we can use AI to create these kinds of immersive, interactive experiences? How does that change what art can be?
It's really pushing the boundaries, and that's what I think is so brilliant about this story. It's called The Memory of the Future, and it makes you wonder, what if this kind of future isn't that far off? What if we're on the verge of art forms that we can't even imagine yet, all thanks to AI?
Right, like imagine going to a concert where the music responds to the collective energy of the crowd, or a museum exhibit that's different for every single person based on how they're feeling. Exciting, a little scary, maybe both. I don't know about you, but it definitely makes me look at the future of art in a whole new light.
And I think that's the perfect note to end on. The story reminds us that AI is tool. It has incredible potential, but it's up to us, all of us, to decide how we'll use it to tell our stories, to connect with each other, and to explore the boundaries of what's possible.